Going live. We are going live. We are live. Hello.
Whoa!
Hello. Hello.
I am live again.
Hello.
Wow!
Hello, everybody. Hello. Hello.
Yes. Hello, hello. Ohayo gozaimasu.
Oh, hi, gozaimasu.
Yes.
Okay.
Damn, man, my hair be looking kinda terrible.
Okay, I should have fixed before. Okay. Hello, everybody.
Okay, whatever.
Welcome. Question at the movie stream for the Batman
Yep.
2022.
Yep.
Gonna be talking some Batman shit. We'll get into spoilers later on. For now,
Yeah.
talk about Batman, our experiences with Batman, and
With Batman the person.
yeah, we met Batman very closely.
Yeah.
We personally know him. Like,
Yeah. He took me into a
if you
room,
watch
guys.
the review, you'll get the
Oh! Hi,
feelings.
Nitin! Hello, Sana. Hi, guys.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hello.
yeah, we. Oh, yeah. That's. We'll talk about what's our
Mhm.
take on Batman. Yeah, how do you like Batman?
I think I like Batman.
I also like
Whoa.
Batman. Look
Damn,
at the
guys.
poster.
Riveting discussion.
No, like, what's the first Batman thing you saw?
What's the first Batman thing? Bro, I like honestly, I was such a Batman stan
Mm-hmm.
kind of kid. When I was a kid, I have this very vivid memory of the Justice League cartoon coming on, and I would
Mm-hmm.
watch it, but then I'd get up and leave. And then
Mm-hmm.
my parents would go like, look, Batman's there," and then I'd run back in and see him. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I was just like proper Batman fan from when I was a kid. And then I think around like before Batman Begins came out, I switched sides and I was like a Spider-Man fan because the Raimi movies were bangers.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I became a teenager, I was like, okay, fucking Spider-Man, whatever. And then the Dark Knight came, and then Batman Begins, all of that. Back to being a Batman fan, guys. And after that, I've pretty much been like a Batman fan the whole way through. I think I'm still like a fan of the character. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
fine. Fidgeting with my hair, Sana. Sorry. But like, I still think like I'm a big fan of the character, and I think like more than any other superhero, he is the character I like because like he got like that character got so lucky with so many great writers in comics and in
Mm-hmm.
film, as we can see. And yeah, I love the dude. I think
Switch
like
to the game now.
no, we can introduce it and switch to
Yeah,
the
okay.
game. What about you? Batman or DC or Marvel, bruh?
I was very much a very big, not Marvel fan, Spider-Man fan. Like I like because I didn't watch the Dark Knight and all that for a while. I
Mhm.
watched the original like Sam Raimi movies, and after that much later I watched Spider-Man, like Batman, the Dark Knight, and everyone was like, oh, it's the best superhero thing you'll ever watch in your entire life and all that.
Yep, yep.
And yeah, it is very great and wow. And there, I think it's a lot of me liking Batman has to do with the Nolan movies.
Hmm.
I didn't really watch any like comic books or like some animated shows or anything like that. That is true for, like at least in Batman's like Spider-Man's case, I watched some like animated shows on like Jetix and shit.
Hmm.
But for Batman, I didn't really. I think even till now I haven't watched a single
Oh,
animated show slash
even
movie
leaving aside
slash comic
animation, I do
book.
I do think that like his comics are some of the best ever.
Yeah,
I
I
feel
just
like
hear this and I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. I never read one. But, yeah,
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 yeah.
sure.
He gets like consistently lucky. I think beyond luck, I think like the character himself is open to like really good stories. I think
Mm-hmm.
like one problem with Spider-Man or Marvel is that they have a much more family friendly vibe that you
Mm-hmm.
can't go too dark on. Whereas with Batman, since you can go really dark on him, you can go family friendly as well.
Mm.
I think there's more range you can express with
Yeah,
him.
even in films, you see like a proper comedy like Batman, and then you
Yeah,
see this
exactly.
movie where it's like so dark and
Yeah,
everyone's sad, and both work equally well, and
yeah,
both
yeah.
do justice in their own.
To the character. Yeah,
Yeah, and
exactly.
like like And you clearly know that this doesn't work on everything because you see like fucking the spy like Superman, the Zack Snyder Superman, and it's like, oh, this is not going at all with this character. What are you
It's
doing?
so I remember a small tidbit, I guess, but like
Mm-hmm.
since we're just discussing, I remember when Man of Steel was coming out, I was very hyped because big Nolan fan, DC good, reading all the comics and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And if you remember, the trailer for Man of Steel felt so like wonderful, hopeful, like the Zimmer music and stuff, like
I directly watched it.
Okay. Anyways, it felt like they captured the spirit of Superman. Then you watch the movie and goddamn Superman kills a guy.
And
And
he's sad all the time. He's like, like,
I remember, I remember feeling like, oh, this is all Nolan's fault, guys. He's the dark, edgy dude. Probably made it like really hopeful and stuff. And it was like, well, and I saw this like fucking interview where Nolan said like, dude, don't do that. That's dumb. That's not what Superman is about. Snyder went ahead and did it. So yeah, funny.
I mean, now it's very clear that like a lot of shit that is wrong with DC Snyder.
Snyder, yeah. Was reading Batman Year One. Yeah, Batman Year One is great. Batman The Long Halloween. Batman, like all the comics from like the 80s, 90s, and even now, really, with the Scott Snyder run. Like just great fucking comics. Just great stories. I feel like he has better books than he has movies, honestly. Yeah.
And he has most of the best superhero games as well.
Yeah, he has the best superhero games, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't played Spider-Man, so I can't
played
tell.
Spider-Man, but they borrow very heavily from Batman's combat and shit. So
yeah,
it's like it's a better version of it. Like if I was forced to play one, I would probably play Spider-Man because like the swinging and all. Like it's a better open world game. It's a better fights, everything. Stories also a little better than the Batman games, I guess. I haven't played Arkham Knight, which we will play.
Yeah, which we'll be playing in the background.
Because
yeah,
we can't use any visuals from trailers.
We can't use trailers or nothing.
Muted trailers.
It's very friendly that way.
Yeah, we need to just like play something all the time. Or just you see this like badly looping toilets.
Yeah.
Toilet paper.
Yeah.
Should we get into the game?
Yeah.
And we'll get into the game game.
That's like game, yeah. Books almost always better than their movie remakes. Yeah, we can play the game. No, I can't see the game. You're streaming. It's like restream.
Why does it keep ending?
I don't know.
You put in it.
Books are almost always better than their movie remakes. I kind of disagree. I feel like the reason books are almost better than the remakes is because people miss the point of a remake. The
remake, I mean adaptation.
Sorry, they miss the point of like adapting something from one medium to another. They sort of just think like if I reiterate the story plot points, it'll be fine. So that's dumb. I think like a big example of two books whose movies are infinitely better than the books themselves are like Godfather and Fight Club.
Yeah, and I want to say like there was like this theory of sort like that like Vetriman was talking about how like so like average books can get like better adaptations and like classic books that are like just like damn these are really amazing tend to not be that great films because you have more scope to change and make it better in a way than when it's like an already existing like it works perfectly for the one medium and so to adapt it's sort of harder.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
we got the official Hot Toys figuring of the Batman release and the figures look great. Yeah, Batman success story, guys. This Batman month, Batman year of until like Multiverse comes out. If that's good, then that'll be nice.
What's
Multiverse of Madness? Okay. Doctor Strange one.
Yeah. I don't think like this will.
Yeah, you've been like kind of down on it, and I feel like given my luck, the movie I was down on ended up being great, and the movie I'm like really hyped for will end up being shit.
I like working for Two-Face.
Maybe. I don't know. I hope it is good. Fuck me. I'm stupid.
Lol, dumb Batman.
Uh, yeah,
I
alright.
feel- Yeah, I was just gonna say like, yeah, he got lucky. This character just has been consistently lucky for like decades now.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should get the Batman outfit in Arkham Knight. Oh, we just started the game, dude. Isn't this his outfit?
Isn't this Batman?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Oh no, wait. He has other unlockable skins.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Arkham
I know.
City
I
had, yeah.
literally I haven't played this game.
I
at
forgot
all.
about that.
You hit paste to run quick.
Yeah, I hate this like tapping to run bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could discuss the comics with you.
You can.
I don't want to spoil any of them for you. They're all great. I do feel like the reason the movies and the games have been good is straight because of the comic books. In particular, one called The Long Halloween. You read on the production of that fucking Well, you read on the production of all these movies and games, right? They always quote Batman and The Long Halloween because that was the first like crime noir Batman take, I think. And I think that take is just stuck with him, like for all the decades. Because a lot of people like there are other comics like Year One, The Dark Knight Returns, or even that like Alan Moore thing, The Killing Joke, right? The one with the Joker, and they all explore like different aspects of his like psyche and stuff. Sure, but none of them look at the crime family in Gotham like The Long Halloween does. Yeah, and I feel like that comic book is a big reason we have the Batman stories and stories and movies we do now. I think like without that comic, we wouldn't have gotten something like the Nolan trilogy or even the new Batman or even the Arkham games themselves. Yeah. Why do you like this character, though? Leaving aside Nolan, like now I feel like you do know the character as the character. Anyway, what's your favorite suit in the Arkham Knight? I think this one, dude. Maybe the Arkham Knight suit. I like his suit. It's like cool.
You played this game, right? Before?
No, I didn't finish this game. I literally played to like that car. You need to get up some ramps or something, and it was like confusing. I was like, I'll play it later. Fuck you.
Yeah, I played Arkham City and
I played Asylum in City.
Yeah,
I know the story spoilers for this though.
yeah, I also know that. Like, yeah,
Let's not. But yeah,
I think I know that what happens.
you can DM me. I can prove you right or wrong. But yeah,
I know who I think the main villain man is. I think.
yeah, it's fairly obvious. Yeah, I love City. City is fucking great.
Yeah, you were asking me about what is good about Batman as a character.
Yeah.
For me, it's like you can explore more things within him than any other superhero. It's inherently more interesting to see someone whose powers and all that shit started with like proper trauma in a way, and it's not some like just happened to have some luck thing and like I was bit by a spider, I was bit by something lucky and you're better for it. This guy had like a bad past and he sort of uses that as a means to in a way like it's like Batman is form of like therapy in a way, and that's very interesting to see.
Also helps that he has so much charisma.
Yeah,
the character.
and also like he's very rich, so it's like cool. Like, his gadgets, whoa.
No.
And I think the whole like shit.
Because the exact like alternative to Batman, right? The Marvel version of Batman should
What?
theoretically be way more acclaimed. Wayne family being involved in crime and all was started in Telltale of Batman. Arkham Knight. Okay. Batman movies. Rusty, keep a little like light on spoilers, please.
All right, guys, it's party time. There won't be
Not a big spoiler. Oh fuck. People have seen it. I was saying the Marvel equivalent of Batman is Daredevil.
Yeah.
He even got his powers in trauma. He also like uses that to fuel his rage, and he's also like a very powerless vigilante. Only has like skills and gadgets to back him up. And even Daredevil has like a great fucking comic, The Man Who Knows No Fear. But you don't see. I think like Daredevil isn't as popular because he's a little too grim. I think Batman has more levity to him. The fact that Batman is rich, the fact that Batman has like these friends.
I think the fact that Batman has this like moral, like, oh, I will not kill them. I think that's
even Daredevil does.
Does
Same
he have the
moral.
same thing?
Yeah, he won't kill.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he also is like you can't cross that line. You know, people. In fact, Batman doesn't kill because he experienced family death, right? But Daredevil won't kill because he's kind of like more moralistic in that like people will improve. He's way more hopeful, more optimistic. Batman will proper like fuck up thugs in like all the movies with no remorse, whereas Daredevil wouldn't do that. I mean, he does, but he has a more optimistic look on it. Video is about spoilers. Yeah, we'll get to the spoilers at the end. So don't say anything else about the movie. Yeah. But yeah, Daredevil is not as popular, I feel, because he's way more tragic and way more darker than Batman.
Sorry, I've got to go.
Like, it shows what would happen if Batman was just like straight up,
You still know how
like
to make an entrance.
grim dark.
How's the evacuation going? Last
Yeah,
bus
because
crossed the
Batman's
city
villains
limits
also
an
are a
hour
little
ago.
cartoonish, right? They can be
Just glad my little
interpreted a
girl
little
got out when
cartoony,
she
but
did.
Daredevil's villains are just like criminal thugs who are they're way more like Carmine
Turn off the
Falcone.
dialogue.
Sure.
Yeah. Or is it better with some dialogue?
Nah, it's fine. We can read subtitles. But yeah, I think like it's he strikes that balance, Batman. Yeah.
Or is it just like luck that he thought
Maybe because Batman got in first. Yeah.
thought in yeah. And that like
I do think like
they never
don't you
made
think
good
like
attempts at Daredevil, other than the Netflix show.
yeah, that's there. But I also feel like Batman's design is way more iconic than Daredevil's.
Yeah, for sure.
It's way more easily recognizable.
Yeah,
He has the
black
bat
suit.
symbol, the light in the sky. There's way more things you can make iconic.
That started in the 60s, from like the movies and shit. Yeah, I think that helps. What came first, Batman or?
Batman.
Oh.
Batman and Superman are like really, really, really old. Yeah.
Yeah.
Second, this.
What happened?
No. Just removed that like kind of semi-spoiler message. That's stupid.
Is it about this movie or Batman or?
Yeah, it's about this movie.
I mean, like it's not like people will read.
Dense planet, something big. Why else
No,
would
it's
they
okay.
team up with penguins?
Sana said she didn't want spoilers. She's gonna watch it, and if people show up,
We'll start when we say like we'll start talking about spoilers, then you can like.
then we can put like a big alarm on screen and be like spoilers.
Yeah. Or I'll
Anyways.
just like on the stream I'll just write like spoilers.
Yeah. Anyways, other stuff about Batman.
Batman. What do you think about the recent attempts at Batman?
Pretty pathetic. I think
Batman
in
is-
particular Batfleck.
I think the casting of him was not the worst thing ever or anything.
No, it's not the casting was the worst thing ever. It's what they interpreted him
Yeah.
as. It's the most like fanboy cringe shit.
Edge, like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of stupid.
Not even edgy, bro. Like I'll give you like a proper in-depth breakdown on why that shit sucks. Play the Purge siren before spoilers. Yeah, we'll do that. Well, like, I'll tell you why the Batfleck thing sucks. Enormous cock. Also, can you increase the brightness of your game a little bit? It's a little like dark on stream. Oh, wow, he tackled you. Holy fuck. Yeah, anyways. So Batfleck being a little muscular, right?
Mm.
That's from this very famous comic book called The Dark Knight Returns, where Batman is like 60, 70 years old.
Mm.
He's retired. Like cynicism is set in. He's like an old man now.
Mm.
And the whole like No Country for Old Men thing, where the new criminals are way more ruthless, way more just like they don't regard life with anything, any level of dignity, nothing. And eventually he has like a sort of epiphany break where he realizes like Batman is required like one last time, and he comes back. And in that case, that's the arc where he fights Superman. And that's also the arc where he's the most like muscular, fat, like just like a human wrecking ball kind of interpretation. All right. And the reason Snyder did it was, first it was supposed to be Man of Steel 2. Then he was like, oh, I'll make a Batman sequel. And then he was like,
Supposed to give him.
Space Place Hold Grapnel Bruce. I don't know. I haven't played.
You're safe.
But yeah, like eventually. Oh wow, you didn't get to the objective marker. Okay.
No. I was supposed to as like space hold to give him a hand.
Yeah, so you've seen it, right? You know, like it's fucking trash.
Yeah,
Because like it turned into like Batman versus Superman, and I remember like before it came out, a lot of people were rightfully like, "How are you going to do this? Like, why are you introducing them with this fight?" And I remember thinking like, "Oh, how are they going to nail this fight?" Because if you remember, before Infinity War and before Civil War showed how to do like a big fight, right? Everyone wondered like, how the fuck is Batman going to fight Superman? Like, Superman is God. So how? And I remember I read the comic and even I was confused because the whole Batman versus Superman part of the comic lasts like a few issues, dude. And at the end of the fight, there's a clear winner. I don't want to spoil that too, but like it's an obvious winner, right? And when the movie came out, it was so triggering because they didn't capitalize on the fact that like, oh, it may have been like this Batman who's returning to fight this threat. No, he's a young Bruce Wayne only. He's just like angry and he's just like, oh, I'm big and muscular now. And a lot of the shots and stuff in the movie that all these like people who fangay over BVS, they keep going like, oh, it references the comic. It's about the comics. It's the comics. And when you watch the movie, it's like, no, so it's a reference. That means it's good.
Yeah, I don't understand that part of like fandom. It's like, oh, it's like the comics. So what? Like, do something with it. Like,
yeah, like this Batman does.
Yeah.
Where it takes like the comics as inspiration and makes them like so much better. The Hot Toys have bought everything of the Batman. In the collector's version, we get the Batman, his wingsuit, Wow, bro! That was expensive. Ending was super disappointing. Yeah. Like the BVS ending is so fucking terrible.
And like not like they try to do way too much to. It's like, oh, there's also Justice League they try to set up there. Oh, Wonder Woman is there. Oh, Flash. Like it is probably the worst like the setting up of universe. Like maybe after like the whole like Dark Universe thing, this is probably the worst one.
Yeah, the Dark Universe thing is worse, but it's not like three iconic characters got like ruined. Imagine making like a movie with
Aquaman and Cyborg too. Even Flash.
No, fuck those. What I'm saying is like, imagine a movie with the names Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, and that thing doesn't make all the money in the world. Like that's how bad it fucked everything up for DC.
Yeah.
Like that shit. Like a Spider-Man movie with like the Spider-Man made more money than that. How, bro? Like what the fuck? It's the same character with 3 different actors, and it made more money than that.
No,
It's
that you can understand. But like
it
made less money than I think Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yeah.
That is
no, even the three Spider-Man, I don't understand.
Spider-Man I
because,
understand because it's like a big like deal as well. It's a celebration and like it's a character that people now love and all that. Like
Sure,
a fairer
now
comparison
love.
would be Spider-Man Homecoming and this, and it somehow didn't make that much.
No, think about this. Superman, everyone knows. Like from childhood, everyone knows. Batman, everyone knows. From childhood, everyone knows. Even Wonder Woman. These 3 Spider-Men, you need to have some context of the other Spider-Man movies to understand, right? Whereas these three characters,
Spider-Man is
no,
also equally iconic.
equally iconic, but this is three icons in one movie.
Yeah, sure.
How did it
like,
not
I
make
think,
money?
Avengers, I guess.
Yeah, exactly, right? And even the Avengers, like, how many people knew Iron Man before goddamn Batman and Superman?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, yeah, it's embarrassing. Like, Snyder proper was like cringe. And what makes it even worse, right? The whole Batman vs Superman conflict. Or Snyder keeps saying like, "Oh, I'm a fan of the comics. I'm a fan of the comics and stuff." In the in the Dark Knight Returns comic, the reason Batman and Superman fight in the first place,
How do I
right?
get out of
Scarecrow's got an army.
I don't know. I think you need to finish this mission.
Okay.
Like, if you finish this. Yeah, the reason they fight in the comic is actually pretty interesting. Because, like I've said, time has passed on and Batman is old and Superman is also old, right? Superman becomes a servant of the government. Batman disagrees with it. It's the Civil War conflict, essentially, where Iron Man is like, I want to, there should be rules on us. Like, we are like animals. We should be restrained. And Batman is Captain America. He's like, you lost your ball. In fact, Batman has a very immature take on it. Like, you lost your balls, Clark. He says something to the extent of that. Like, you're not a man anymore. Like, what? You went to serve these people?
Yeah,
It's
you
okay.
go on.
Yeah, and that's more interesting, don't you think? Like, the fact that Superman has become like a servant of the government and Batman is like this rebel character. Like, what are you on about, right?
Yeah, in Batman vs Superman, they literally established nothing to.
It's the
explain.
worst thing of like, oh, he's an alien, guys. We need
Yeah.
to kill him because he's an alien. It's so retarded. Like,
And like
oh my
Superman
God.
has even lesser of like, conveniently Lex Luthor kidnap mother. It's like some dumb like mass movie or something.
Oh, like, how did Lex Luthor even kidnap his mother when Lex Luthor tosses Lois Lane and Superman's there in like a second?
Bro,
How did
Lois
Superman-
Lane's character in that is so shit.
It makes you a misogynist, straight up. Straight up, like, just seeing that dumb bitch like wandering around the frame is one of the most like annoying experiences I've had. Like, oh my god, like, especially towards the end where she throws the scepter away,
Oh my
and she
god.
turns and runs back. I was like, oh,
Then she gets trapped. It's like, oh,
yeah,
please,
like,
Onion,
oh,
save
help,
me.
please help. It's like, my god, man, god damn. It's not hard to make Lois Lane's character a good character. She's like a journalist.
Yeah.
And she has her own like individual like aspirations. Like, oh, I want to find the truth, I love this guy and all of that. And somehow they fucked it.
Supposed to do, I'm so confused.
Maybe you're supposed to do a power slide or something.
I am doing that.
W left shift hold.
I'm doing that only. Where to?
Oh. I don't know. Go to the roof. Yeah, exit. Press F or E.
Right there. Just go.
Oh,
You want to
there
take
you're
the
out.
wheel?
Otherwise, gaming literate man. Yeah, Batman vs Superman, proper trash, and the ending where they bought in Doomsday and Turkish Airlines
More than
Wonder
that,
Woman.
before that, fucking the whole like, oh, Martha. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, let's not forget one of the most iconic moments in all of cinema where
Guess.
Shame Martha. Why did you say that name?
It's so stupid. I cannot believe people still try to defend that shit. How? How?
Like,
If
explain
at
clearly.
best it can be like a moment of like what, and that's all. That's
Yeah.
all it can be. How the fuck are you saying
Something tells me this wasn't for
this entire
I
movie's big
remember.
conflict is solved with that?
Yeah. I remember there was a dude in my class who was like a big fan, and just to prove him wrong, like I watched both the versions of that fucking. I spent 6 hours on BVS. Like 6 fucking hours of my life. I saw the
I don't
director's
like
cut.
that every Zack Snyder movie has. Guys, there's another cut. This will make
Yeah,
it better.
longer.
I need 4 hours to tell like a half decent story, please, guys.
It's like the opposite of Ridley Scott, where Ridley Scott's movies get like goddamn ruined by the producers, right?
Yeah.
And then you always want his like director's cut because it's like, oh yeah, this is what I wanted to make. And in Zack Snyder's case, it's like the goddamn producers they had every right to cut down your movie. Like, what ambitions are you having, dude? Like a 5-hour Watchmen movie, 4-hour Watchmen movie? What? 3.5-hour movie of BVS and it needs to be rated R?
Yeah.
What?
It's like,
Like,
did no one talk to you about what this movie is before you started making?
Nothing like a
Yeah, like no one told you that there's this other side of the movie called Superman who's like an icon for children. No one told you like in Man of Steel. Like I don't know how they allowed him to get away with that. Like killing a person in Man of Steel. Like Superman kills some person. That's such a dark thing to see as a kid.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm gonna see my Superman movie. Let's go see it. And then he twists this dude's neck. Yeah.
What are you doing here?
Why did
So
Scarecrow
dumb.
lock you up?
And then after that, like they get in
Never heard
Doomsday
that.
as well. It really shows how Snyder is the worst kind of comic book fan.
What if I don't want to?
Where all he sees is like,
Then I burn every
oh,
planet in
the,
Gotham.
oh, the power. And then he just puts it on the screen and people go like, cool.
Meeting.
Everyone was there. Penguin,
Hello?
Two-Face,
Yeah.
Riddler.
Yeah, it's really dumb. I'm so glad like for this new move. Actually, I'm not even glad. I'm very sad that like Snyder had to go at
And
DC
Gotham
before
would be ours.
like Matt Reeves came in
Over
and
my
fixed
dead
this stuff.
body.
I genuinely feel like if DC got their universe running, Marvel would have been left behind in the dust.
I told him that I wasn't interested
I
in
would-
his
I doubt
pathetic human
Seem
games.
like-
And when I came to,
I
was
think
locked up in
it would have
No,
been
I don't
a
think
more
it would-
fair like competition.
Yeah,
shame that
no,
his
not even
vile
fair
thoughts
competition.
and
I feel like it wouldn't be like such a failed competition as it is now.
Nature
I feel like
always.
Marvel would have been doing good, but DC would have been way more ahead of them. If they had like Matt Reeves at the helm, if they had someone sensible at the helm instead of Snyder. Yeah, I definitely see way more potential because like DC's characters are just like way more memorable and iconic and just like everyone knows
But
them.
I'm like
Versus
still
Marvel.
taking it from the point where like it started like late? Like 5-6 years late, right? I still think Marvel will be ahead of it, but it would be more like, oh, both of them are equally competing rather than like, oh, the Suicide Squad movie, even though it's good, doesn't make money. There won't be that. Like, can you imagine like a MCU movie that is good to not make money?
Make money? Yeah, it doesn't happen.
Yeah,
Even the worst pieces should make like come away with like a bank.
yeah.
But I don't know, maybe because I'm like a DC fan gear or stuff. But I feel that like, what's the thing? DC has the same equivalent of like Infinity War and Endgame and all of that. Like they have the equivalent of Thanos and Galactus or whatever the hell that Marvel has, right? Whereas both these
I know
franchises
all that,
have
but
their
what
equivalents.
I'm saying
Yeah.
is that it still has what do you call a head start. Like Marvel.
Oh
has
yeah,
a
because
much-
Avengers came up before Justice League was even a thing.
Yep.
Yeah. Fair, yeah. No, you can't shoot yourself. Don't do that.
what am I supposed to do?
Oh, I don't know actually. Maybe crash in.
I don't think that is the.
Well, after so many movies, not just DC movies, Warner Brothers have finally learned that we need more runtime to tell a good story. I thought some of their movies are good, not great. Like Godzilla was one. No, I think we both disagree on the runtime thing.
I think you can definitely.
You can tell a good movie. You can tell a good story without a runtime.
Yeah.
Marvel has proven it time and time again.
Yeah.
2-hour movies that are consistent, that are
Like
good.
fucking Avengers is not 3 hours, bro.
Yeah, Avengers.
Yeah. And
Avengers.
this boy needs like 4 hours to tell like an okay story. Fuck off. I'm not gonna.
Don't tell our viewer to fuck off.
I mean like fuck off as in like I'm saying fuck off to Zack Snyder.
How rude.
Like fuck off to Zack Snyder, ayo.
Nice.
Sorry, Batman. It's our city now.
Yeah, you don't need 3 hours to tell a good story. You don't need 2.5 hours to tell a good superhero story. 2 hours, I give. 2 hours.
Yeah, it depends on how much they're trying to, and it at point it's like you need to make. It's like for any movie, you need to like make it palatable so that like you can still make an entertaining story for 2 hours or 3 hours or whatever.
Yeah. Not that part. Don't use machine gun, use the missile launcher.
Whatever.
I don't know, bro. Don't use machine gun, use the missile launcher, yeah. Move out of the red line of sight. I think that shit'll kill you, yeah.
I think I'm doing something.
Yeah, I think that's what you're doing wrong. Don't stand in the red line of sight. Yeah, make it like that. Got it, yeah.
Yeah, you're saying?
I was saying that as a fan of like the DC comics, not even DC comics, just Batman comics, it's very sad to see that like Marvel got like a big leg up on him.
Yeah. I think
He definitely has the most potential, I feel, out of any superhero, and like his comics I think like they're trying to do that with the new one. Because Pattinson, Matt Reeves, everyone even the cast, they keep going like, oh, Court of Owls. Court of Owls would be cool to do. Court of Owls. Which is pretty nice. It's pretty sick. It sounds like a very geeky thing. I know, but it's a very, very cool like arc by one of the later arcs in the comic books.
I'm tracking several transport helicopters
I would.
the city.
It sounds kind of cringe. It's about this like ancient order in Gotham, the Court of Owls. They're basically like the Eyes Wide Shut cult.
Okay.
Yeah, think that, but like super villains, and they have like a leg up on Gotham. They're controlling everything Gotham has, and that sounds like fairly basic, but Batman goes through the shit in that comic story. Like he gets like beaten up proper, like mentally like broken in a way. That comic book writer definitely like bought Batman back, I feel, for comics. Because before this, I remember like, people always reference the older comics like, oh, Batman Year One, Long Halloween, Killing Joke, Arkham Asylum series, Place on Series, like the older ones. And now like Court of Owls, Death in the Family, etc., etc. Death in the Family was there before too. But there's a new version of it that's even better. That was like, that I think will be the big like, get together of the Batman like DC universe. Because in that you get like Nightwing, Oracle, all the Batmen, Robin, Jason Todd, everyone, and even Batman himself. And then the Joker has like a threat on all of them. It's pretty cool. I was able to take them down in Nightmare mode. Very hard. Got like a little flexor in chat, bruh. Your cousin's pretty good at games, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I am
Gamer. Rusty, please teach him. Rusty, did you play Elden Ring? We should play Gotham Knights. The whole game is about Court of Owls after the death of Batman. Death of Batman? Batman dies? I didn't know that. Okay. Cool. I have nothing else to say about Batman. You want to discuss the movies that he's gotten? Yeah.
I mean, we did discuss like Batman versus.
Yeah, we should discuss like the other movies, the good ones.
I mean, we can talk about the Batman, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like we can talk a bit more and then get to it. Mostly because like spoilers.
Oh, yeah.
What's the first Batman movie you saw? Batman Begins or Dark Knight?
I think I saw Dark Knight before.
When did you watch it?
Right. Maybe 2000.
Oh, around like Avengers time, around like Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, I think after Avengers, I think.
He plays the Bat family. Oh, okay.
Yeah, what are you saying?
Nothing, I was just drinking water.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you wanna talk? Batman Begins. Yeah, I saw Dark Knight because everyone,
Nolan.
and just like,
Yeah.
oh god, what is it? I think I saw Inception before.
Huh.
Yeah. And I was like, oh wow, this Nolan is a big deal apparently. And I saw that and I was like, oh my god, Joker! Oh my god, I am a Joker now.
Yeah. We live in a society,
Guys,
guys.
we definitely do live in a
Society.
and yeah, they were like some. That movie was definitely very like oh
Masterpiece. Like
like
instant classic.
yeah, like wow, can do so much. Like right from that fucking like fucking bank robbery scene, just like Heath
Yeah.
Ledger's performance in general, all these things that everyone keeps talking about. But yeah, it's
Yeah, we
there's
can talk about
yeah,
them
yeah,
now.
yeah,
It's the Batman episode, right?
Yeah,
We should
yeah.
talk about it.
and it's fucking great.
Yeah. I
Like
think like I remember watching Batman Begins first, and I remember I was proper fucking scared of Scarecrow. Like it's a co-op style, not like the Avengers game. Oh, okay. Gotham Knights is oh, you want to play? Yeah, yeah, sure. We all can play that.
on
One
Xbox
day we can
game.
play that. But yeah, I remember when I saw Batman Begins first, and I didn't like Batman Begins that much because at the start he's in some like prison and
Yeah,
he's, like, getting
it
beat
does
up,
look
but it's
boring.
not like fun for
I
a
think
kid.
even till now, I don't like rewatching it that much because it
Really?
starts
Oh
off
god.
sorta
For me, for me, like now that I've grown up a bit, I can rewatch
I
any
just
of those
didn't grow
movies.
up.
Like, oh yeah, you're a kid, you child. But I remember as a child, I didn't like the vibe it had. It felt very like mean, you know. And there was no Batman for a while. And when Batman came, I was like, whoa, cool. And then Scarecrow was so scary to me, dude. Straight up, like the like ants and stuff. You remember that scene where his girlfriend gets stuck in the asylum? And he's in the elevator, like threatening her and stuff. Very unfun. I remember, like every time it came on, I'd just be like, I don't want to watch.
It's a very like brutal like
Very realistic fucking take on Batman, on a superhero.
on mainly the villain like
Yeah, on
Scarecrow.
Scarecrow. Yeah, like this gap. I love how like the depiction of the fear toxin was so cool too. Like, it's literally just like what you could see if you were like intoxicated. Really, it's not like these crazy visions of like, oh my god, there's monsters and stuff. It's a very like uncanny valley-esque, like there's worms coming out of his face, or he's riding like a demon horse kind of thing. His voice is all fucked up and stuff. I remember like a lot of the movie I didn't like because like it felt very harsh on Batman. Batman gets doused with the fear toxin, and then like he's just like crawling back home.
I think
Like
that
his-
is one thing that the Nolan movies do really well is that like Batman has consequence like his shit like
Yeah.
constantly even that is one of the problems we'll talk about in the new
But
one.
in the
Yeah, where like shit has consequences.
like not just shit has consequences. Shit has consequences on him.
Yeah, on him personally. And
Personally, he is put through the fucking ringer there.
yeah, like the people he loves like and all it's like damn, bruh.
Yeah, I like especially like like thinking back on it. I remember that movie like very very fondly because and in the end when you know like the whole train sequence happens and he goes like I don't have to kill you. I won't kill you, but I don't have to save you thing and stuff. I didn't really grasp what that meant because I wasn't like proper fluent in English and shit, right? But just like seeing the villain just close his eyes and die, shit like that, I was like, oh, you know, very dark. And I remember liking it a lot. I remember when I first saw I saw the Dark Knight when it came out, like 2008.
Did I shoot missiles again? I forgot.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Well, you
I-
just spoiled the Arkham Knight, bro. I did.
what?
I did.
Where?
But I was talking about Batman Begins.
I didn't even play Arkham Knight.
No, he's telling me I spoiled it, I think, because I was going off, right?
Like what specifically?
I don't know. But I don't want to ask what specifically because I feel like a lot of people didn't hear it. So don't tell anyone. If I did spoil it, leave it be. Just continue with the movies.
Okay.
But yeah, when I first saw The Dark Knight in 2008, I didn't understand it at all, and I didn't really like it that much.
Hmm.
And I never watched it again. And I remember like when I first like, I think like this is one of those moments, you know, when in life you gain consciousness suddenly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had that, and I think like, are you playing the standard or of
Sorry?
Dark. No, he asked like what version of the game you're playing. A standard version.
Yeah,
There's
whatever's
like a
free
deluxe
on
version.
Epic.
Yeah, standard version. And like,
Fucking
yeah, I remember I saw Dark Knight 2011, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even know why I watched it. I just wanted to watch it, because the Joker, etc., etc. So I watched it. Holy fucking shit! The next like 1 month straight, because I was moving to India, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was moving to India. I had taken TC. I was just like kind of jobless at home as a kid. Every night, Dark Knight viewing. Like straight up every day I would watch that shit. I learned that movie, bro. Like the script I learned. Just like every line. I remember like I was able to pinpoint which window gets blown out by the hook shot at the start of the movie. Shit like that. I was proper like this is one of the best things I'll ever see in my life. Yeah. I feel like that maybe that's why like it has a special place in my heart because without Nolan movies, I don't think I would have gotten into films as quickly. I remember like I had that like love affair with the Dark Knight, right? And when the Dark Knight Rises ads were playing on TV, proper goosebumps, bro. They were like, oh, he has to rise up again. He's gone and stuff. You were talking about Batman Begins, so that's the spoiler. Oh, I don't understand, but don't say spoilers. It's okay.
Still don't understand.
Yeah, but yeah, like I remember, like, do you remember the ads for Dark Knight Rises?
No.
But there was a bone meat ad for Dark Knight Rises, like Cadbury ad, bro. Cadbury Dairy Milk ad. I remember, like, every time it came on TV, you'd hear that, like, Hans Zimmer, like, no, dun thing, right? That iconic tune. And you'd see, like, these prisoners breaking out of prison. That scene from the movie, they're walking out with, like, assault rifles. Jim Gordon's like, he needs to come back. It's epic. Oh my god. I remember because when the movie came out in theaters, we didn't have a habit of going to the theater and my mom didn't approve of it at all, right? So I would spend like an hour or so downloading the interviews and making of video for the movie just to get like clips of the movie to see. I remember I kept watching that clip of like the airplane's wings getting torn up and shit.
Yeah, but Dark Knight has had some great such
Fucking actions, yeah. Oh my god. Bro, like watching it for the first time, I spent like a full day like torrenting like the HD. No, I didn't torrent it. I bought like a Blu-ray. Sorry.
Of course, your cousin.
My cousin
He
bought a Blu-ray. No, he bought a Blu-ray.
No, your cousin torrented and he gave it to you, and you were forced to watch the.
Yeah. He tied me up in a chair. He did the whole like Clockwork Orange bit.
Yeah. And that's why you were forced to watch
the Dark Knight Rises. But yeah, I remember like watching it for the first time, and I straight up like that when that ending hits, goosebumps, tears, greatest experience of life. Like you feel like I can die now. Perfection. Yeah, I was like on board. I'd rewatch the ending and stuff again and again. And it's only because of Dark Knight Rises I ever saw it. No, look, destroy targets to charge up weapon energy and activate your missile barrage. You need to use your missile barrage.
Which is one.
I don't know. I don't know what control. Deluxe version has 4 more missions that make the game even more better. We have a mission on Killer Croc, League of Assassins Civil War, Mad Hat. I think you'll get more literate by the end of the year in games for sure.
Not this game. The thing is that like normally when I'm playing games I read instructions. Now I'm like, oh, I need to like talk. I'm thinking more about the discussion than the games.
Yeah. But yeah, if without the Dark Knight trilogy, I wouldn't really have gotten into like Inception. I wouldn't have gotten into Nolan's films. As a result, I wouldn't have gotten into most films in general. It would have taken way longer for me to find that for sure. I think that's why that's what Nolan does best for sure. Him, like Tarantino and plenty of other great filmmakers, they function as like a great hook into cinema. And the Dark Knight trilogy is one of the best hooks into cinema you'll get. Best hooks into a lot of things, honestly. Like comic books, movies, it's like great shit.
Batman, Pawn.
Batman, yeah. Batman, Wonder Woman, Pawn. That League of Assassins bitch was amazing in Dark Knight Rises, know what I'm saying?
before firing.
Oh my god, Annie, I thought it was.
And oh yeah, as Catwoman. Really, I like Marion Cotillard more.
I like Marion Cotillard in other movies than
I
this.
need to power up the secondary weapon.
Yeah?
level 2
Yeah.
before firing.
I like her. I have a bio. I have like a crush. So
Oh, it's serious.
very serious. We're on marriage terms.
I need to power
It's
up the
Mr.
secondary
Cotillard to you.
level 2 before firing.
And power.
Leave
Oh, no.
Charge the missile barrage to level 2. Now shoot it. Because you have like,
Whoa. Dhamaka.
which is a very bad movie, guys.
What is Dhamaka?
You remember the Ram Madhwani movie?
Holy
News
fuck,
anchor.
I forgot, and we saw it like 2 months back, 3 months back, I guess. Damn.
Yeah. What was your experience with all these movies? I don't think you were as big of like a proper homosexual.
Nah, I'm not. I don't think I am, and definitely not as much as you. Like, oh, you were like, I remember the movie now. Like,
Yeah.
I liked them. I was like, oh wow, this you can do so much with superheroes. So, like, and
No, like so sorry, but like to tell you to show like how big of a fan guy I was, right? Avengers and Dark Knight Rises came out the same year, right? Around the
Yeah.
same time. I fought my classmates telling them like Rises was better than Avengers. Straight up, like, hey, it's dumb, bro. There's superheroes joking around. It's nothing. Look, this is like 2 movies build up. Unpopular. I was like proper like Vijay and Nastan, but for Nolan.
suppose.
Yeah, you were saying?
Yeah, I was fairly like.
I need to power up the secondary weapon.
But this is actually boring.
Abort challenge. I said abort challenge.
Can I?
Near exit. Yeah, I think you can. Taking damage depletes when level 2 and yeah, just like charge it up to level 2 and destroy
Yeah,
4
and suppose
targets.
just like fucking like, oh, you destroy more and then you get something cool and now you destroy it with mission. Whatever. I remember like people saying like this battle mode shit is very annoying and nothing.
Yeah, 1 second, bro. I think I got scammed on Swiggy. Small problem. 1 sec.
Let's shit talk on the Swiggy now. Oh fuck. La 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 la. Come on, get. I just finished. Fucking. You actually yeah, I'm trying to. God damn it. One. Oh fuck.
Batman, I'm seeing a transport deploying more tanks at Panessa Studios. I've warned GCPD to pull their men off the street.
I'm heading there now.
Come in, all
Okay.
units.
I
This is Commissioner Gordon. We have
be back.
numerous
Okay, he's not back. Okay. I will just talk about my experience with Batman. Like with Dark Knight, I was, as I already said, like I wasn't like such a big fan of it as he was, and I watched them around the time I was already sort of into like films, and films are amazing. So I wasn't so like blown away by oh my god, you can do so much, but it's still like in terms of like what I saw in like superhero movies, I definitely felt like this is like some of the best kind of writing you would see and performances, and just like even in terms of scale, it just like the Dark Knight, like that truck flip thing, it's the most like simple thing.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, I was explaining.
Yeah, you were saying.
my-
Yeah, you were saying.
yeah.
you were saying.
And like the Dark Knight flip thing, like it's not the most like, oh my god, like some spaceship blown up like in some MCU, but it still looks better than like anything, any big effect in the MCU. Just like because they just fucking did it. It just looks good. Like CJ is always CJ, and like this is always this, and it's fucking great.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, Dark Knight, incredible movie. I can fangirl about that forever. I think everyone can. But I have extra credit because I saw it 30 times, guys.
Okay. I am bigger virgin.
Yeah. Women can't even get within a city code of me. Absolutely repulsed by the smell and stench. But this is the best that can be done. Then refund. Bro, I ordered 2 biryanis, okay? Only one item came. And then on top of that, they're like, oh, we will only refund 162 when it was like 280.
Nice.
Fucking pieces of shit, Swiggy. What is this? 10 rupee cheap.
Something in the way. Okay.
Really don't want another one.
Did you figure out your Swiggy shit?
Yeah, sorry. No, it'll take a while. These goddamn hacks. They never give you the full refund.
Get us out of here.
Why? Like, they didn't send you?
Bro, even on the bill it says 2, okay? And I only got 1. Like, what kind of horse shit? Oh god, my camera also deactivated. Nice. Life is falling apart. Process a refund of INR 300. Hey. Yes.
Hey.
Immediately.
Oh.
10 rupees more than 20 rupees more than the order, guys.
Guys, we made profit on water.
Stop by the clock tower when you're ready, and I'll show you what I've got.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. Yeah, anyways, as I was talking about the Dark Knight, you were talking about the truck flip, right? Which is fucking insane.
Yeah.
Like, bruh.
Like,
Did they know they were making one of the greatest fucking stunts in cinema history?
looks so fucking, and it's so like not simple, but it's like conceptually, oh, a truck flips over. It sounds simple. It's not as like if someone says like, oh,
Why
this
do you
big
even bother
purple alien
picturing
man
that?
takes like this planet or moon and like shoves it on someone's ass, and it's like, bro, what's gonna happen? And you see it like, oh, that looks cool, but it's like, bruh, it just looks so cinematic and like
Not
all
just
that.
cinematic, it hits just
Yeah,
like
like
how
the
you. I remember, you know, the shots like the light poles like twisting around because of the hook wire, and then there's that like shot of him in the truck. He goes over, and then like you see that like big shot of the truck just like flipping and the camera pushes in. It looks so cool. Yeah, it's just like, and
and the
even
Dark Knight
after that, the
Rises.
scene elevates. Oh yeah,
Hmm?
1 second. Now is okay. Yeah, she was texting about the camera. Yeah, I was gonna say like before we get to the Rises thing, it's not just that the stunt looks cool. It's that now like this after the stunt, there's that extremely like just impactful scene where the Joker gets out and he's like, "I want you to hit me. I want you to hit me," and it's like,
And that
"I
fucking
want you to do
cool
it."
fucking shot.
Yeah, of him with that like Tommy gun. Oh my god.
Hmm.
So good. So good. What a great movie. This is why Zomato is better than Swiggy. Yeah, you're right.
What's the latest?
Yeah, I'm a Zomato
We've
stan.
got incidents cropping up all over the
Uh,
city. Cash. give us
Swiggy
a
just
rundown.
looks good. The UI looks so much better than Zomato.
Swiggy's UI looks good, and also like Swiggy, this restaurant's not there on Zomato with the same offer. That's why I ordered here.
I'm supposed to stand here.
Yeah, you just watched the
I'm a
cutscene.
detective, man.
It's a strange one. Body turned up.
Yeah, go
Didn't
on.
have long to look
Yeah,
before
even
the-
after that, like like the Dark Knight just goes from strength to strength. After that, it's like, oh, Commissioner Jim Gordon, you've been promoted, etc., etc. And then they're interrogating the Joker, and they find out like Harvey Dent and her is gone. Like after that great scene, there's that great interrogation scene, and after the great interrogation scene, there's the whole like Harvey Dent is at Avon Wex. He says like Avenue X, and Rachel is at like 62nd Street or something. And you see like Batman, he risks his identity. He tells all the police officers, he says like Rachel, and he runs to her. And you see like how the Joker broke him and the police department, especially broke him, where the Joker got him to be selfish for once. And in being selfish, he did the good thing. And he made everyone feel horrible for it.
And
It's
that
like
entire
insane
interrogation
writing.
scene itself is like, damn, bro.
Yeah,
So well
that
written.
laughter he has is like my favorite like Joker laugh by far. When like Batman punches him and he just goes like, woohoo!
Yeah.
Woof. So good.
And somehow in this movie, they say, like, out of nowhere, there's a second villain with the two faces, and like, what the fuck? And
Where did the Two-Face guy come from? And it makes so much sense too,
Yeah.
how he became a villain.
yeah, that is so well done.
Yeah. But anyway, I wish you to enjoy your dinner. Yeah, thank you. I hope I enjoy it too. Fucking Swiggy bastards.
Can I go out?
Yeah, Swiggy, you are shit.
Poor bastard.
He ain't gonna be able to live with himself. Hey, Batman! I guess Scarecrow.
Oh, I understand why they didn't just tell the restaurant to order it again.
Why?
I can't apply the coupon for another 2 hours.
Ayo.
So, Zomato also has women delivery. Yeah, okay, Sana. I'm biting the Zomato pill. I'm ordering on Zomato. Fuck Swiggy. God damn, Swiggy shit stains.
Something.
In the Wayne. Yeah. Anyways, talking about the Dark Knight. Like, a lady delivered my food. That's nice. That's nice.
That's legal now?
Oh. Joke. No. He's very serious.
Yeah, I'm very serious. That's legal now? What happened to her?
He's such a disgusting misogynist on the server when I'm alone with him.
Yeah.
Always talking about like women ruined this, women ruined that.
Didn't say so.
But yeah, anyways, Heath Ledger actually asked Christian Bale to really punch him as hard as he can to make it realistic. Yeah. R.I.P. Heath Ledger, dude. But like, it's genuinely tragic. Imagine,
Yeah, imagine giving one of the
like, his iconic, like in cinema iconic performances.
like
I think
people will never forget it. Like I think even when I'm a grandfather, I'll be like, we okay.
Heath Ledger Joker.
Heath Ledger
Yeah.
Joker.
It's on the level of like Marlon Brando Godfather.
Yeah.
That iconic.
Like I'll be like, you guys have Tom Holland as the Joker, but no, we had better. No, not Tom Holland, Chris Pratt.
Yeah, Chris Pratt's Joker. Yeah.
That's what I like.
The good Joker. Motherfucking Chris Pratt.
And
Yeah.
yeah, we were talking about Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, we'll go to Rises. I think like the best thing I can say about the Dark Knight is like
Rises.
it. No, I mean like
Oh,
to
yeah,
conclude on the
okay.
conclude on it. It's just that it's the rare occasion where the script, the director, everyone was just on board.
Performances.
Yeah.
And like
Genuinely
all
like
of
one
it
of those
happened,
rare
and it
moments.
also made a ton of money,
Like $1 billion.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go. Amazing.
and it's still memorable.
Yeah. By far the best superhero movie ever made. I think like I will pick like something else because I'm like an artsy little shit. But unequivocally like the best superhero movie
What
ever
will you
made.
pick?
No, Unbreakable. Unbreakable.
I would say Dark Knight, and then
Been in control for too long.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. I just like Unbreakable a lot. Or maybe if I watch The Dark Knight, I'll take the Dark Knight pill and be like, Unbreakable ass, gosh. But yeah, The Dark Knight is great. Why do we even need to say that? Like,
yeah, Dark Knight Rises. I think this is more like debatable.
convincible. Yeah.
Nowadays, a lot of people don't.
What would you give Rises actually? What would you give all the three Nolan movies? Like Begins, Dark Knight, and Rises.
Dark
Begins, what
Knight
did you give?
Begins 8, I guess.
Damn, I'd give it a 9.
Dark Knight 10 out of 10. Classic masterpiece of the generations of the blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
all that. I think Begins Rises. I would say back when I watched it, I was like, this is an 8 for sure. All that, but I'm now like 7 or even.
Damn. Yeah, I'm a proper fanboy. I'll give that shit like an 8 to 9.
It's definitely not a 9 and all. And
Yeah, it's just like a 9 from a personal standpoint. Yeah. Don't punch the guys who are glowing green. They're goons of the Riddler. You need to interrogate them.
oh,
The interrogation is real. All the punches. Yeah. They will give you the trophy location. Each trophy by each. I don't think he cares about like trophy. Did you do all the Riddler trophies, Rusty, for like Asylum City and Night? Because City has like 400 trophies or something. Like a truly like lunatic amount.
now I'm interrogating.
But yeah, Rises I would give like a high score purely because like I fucking just love the trilogy so much personally.
Yeah, I don't enjoy the ending.
Really?
Like the ending, as in like not the entire thing. The like, oh, he's back and
What?
like,
Bruh. Gloves off.
everyone is happy,
What's up?
guys.
What's up? What the fuck is wrong with that? Huh? Tell me.
It's really. It
What?
could have just like ended a little more ambiguously, maybe.
No, they earned it. The whole movie is like broken bones, Bruce Wayne, very sad.
Like
So-
what I let's talk about what I like. I think I like the whole like
Yeah,
him in that fucking pit thing,
Yeah,
and
so we can be friends. Yeah, start with that.
and like him being in that pit, and when he comes out, it's like, damn, bruh.
Yeah,
What you guys are saying? That shit is
so
like
fucking
so
cool. Oh my god.
Yeah. And like
That game is so. I don't know how Hans Zimmer knocked it out for both the movies. Like, I know that like the Joker theme or like that, yeah, that thing is like sick as hell. But the Bane theme is just like adrenaline pumping, like like that plane scene, iconic shit. Oh my god. Like even now, like occasionally I'll just like watch that on YouTube just for the sake of it.
Blood test revealed
Such a great action scene mixed with the music. Like I know the lines and stuff too. Like, well, you got yourself caught. What's the next step of your master plan? It goes like crashing this plane, and then the music. Yeah, I'm actually such a fan, game.
yeah.
There's insufficient
Yeah,
information.
but holy shit, that's insane. That entire action scene is great, and how it switches to the city, and how Gordon has lied about what happened 8 years before. All of that, just like I love that, like slow, very one could say just like boring build-up of nothing really happening before the Batman even like kicks in at the stock exchange.
Yeah, when he shows up, you're like, ooh.
That stock exchange scene is also like really cool. Just how big Bane is. Like Bane is such a menace. He's actually like fucking.
What do you
like,
think about the hand-to-hand fight thing?
Oh, it's very bad.
yeah, okay.
I know.
Agree on
It's
that.
not that good. Yeah,
It's
and I'll
very
still defend it.
काफी dumb.
And I'll still defend it. 'Cause it's so shit. Like it's so bad, especially when him and
It
Bane are
looks
fighting.
like,
Discount,
what?
soft punch.
It's so bad.
I think like the first fight with Bane is nice because like I think like the water falling and like his bones cracking and stuff, nice. And how he smashes his
guys,
face
I'm
to
a
take the
detective.
thing off.
Deformation on the victim's knee.
So,
Like how he smashes his face to take the mask off and stuff. That's brutal. That's nice. But when Batman's fighting the goons and stuff, it's like it's terrible. It's not that like not enough impact. I think that's one criticism you can give the whole trilogy. The hand-to-hand fights throughout the trilogy are not the best. Dark Knight is okay because there's not so much hand-to-hand like martial art kind of
yeah,
combat.
because the whole thing is that the villain doesn't really want to fight and all that. So
Yeah, and the few good he does fight are like it's not like terrible fight scenes. It's okay. But Batman Begins and Rises have like opposite ends of terrible action scene. Batman Begins' hand-to-hand combat is shit because of the horrible shaky cam, and Rises is shit because like it feels like there
didn't
was
move
no
anything.
impact. Yeah, it just was like they're just posing and like people just fly around.
Yeah, it feels like some stage play or something where
Yeah.
there's like two big costume people. Are like,
In fact, the two fights he has, like the one fight on the roof with Catwoman, right? There, I don't know if you know this, but there is a guy who just falls down without getting hit. It looks like shit. It looks so bad. It's like, how did Nolan let this get through? The guy comes up to fight, okay, and then he just falls down like he got hit.
But the way I see it, lightning
It's there in the background. And again, when Batman returns to the city and he's fighting those people with like Robin, right? Like saving Blake, like Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character. There's this guy who just gets like yanked off the screen by like a rope.
Scar tissue on the upper arm.
Yeah, the hand-to-hand fight in like Dark Knight Rises is proper, like not good. But one thing I will defend is the fight with Bane he has in the end. I think like the visuals there makes up for it, and how like he just turns into an animal himself. Whereas in the first fight with Bane, he was more like methodical. But in the final fight, like, don't you get like goosebumps just hearing like the song, and like he's falling on the steps of the city and he gets up and he just starts like yelling, and like that fucking shot of Bane blocking his punch is like.
What I'm realizing now is that I don't really remember Rises even a lot.
Oh my god, I'm cooming. I remember this movie so much, bro.
I think that's why I'm like, yeah, it's probably 7 in my head.
I remember this movie so much. I like the music is 10 out of 10. Like, I think we can agree on that. Like throughout the movie, music is like proper masterpiece. 10 out of 10 iconic scores. And I like the ending of Rises because like throughout the movie it's this constant struggle, and you see like Batman is just broken beyond a point. He still comes back up, right? And I think the reason the ending works for me is because Catwoman tells him like, you know, like, you don't owe these people anything. She tells him in a very like genuine way, like, you're going to die. You should just like stop. What are you even doing? And you realize like what a lunatic this dude is. Because his whole life has been lost to this cause. Love of his life is dead. He lives like alone and broken, dedicated to a cause. Like, you should question it. But then he just says like, not now, not yet. I need to give them this
like
one
how
last thing.
Yeah, okay, and that's a spoiler, I guess.
Yeah, that's a spoiler for, I think, like, yeah. But I love that scene, and the entire like ending sequence is just like flawless. Like how the police officers blow the bridge, and they think the nuke is gonna go off. I think the horseshit of like Batman surviving the nuke in some way is kind of dumb.
Yeah,
but you can make an excuse that he got off the plane while the plane was like rising above the smoke in the building. So he could have just got off
the
and
movie
gone.
would have been better off if it was.
If he died, yeah.
Not even died. Like even if they left it somewhat ambiguous, it would have been fine. Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't you want him to have an happy ending? Why are you pulling like a fucking like Sucharita? Like you want some like goddamn tragedy documentary?
I'm not getting that.
Fucking like yeah, he dies, bro. In the end, he didn't rise. Yeah, he rises spiritually, bro. He's ghost now. Fucking dead body.
Rising, but spiritual.
Yeah, like I'm happy he survives, man. Like, come on, like it's okay he survives. It's so doesn't that like ending chunk make your heart swell up? Where like they're intercutting, fuck off, straight up, out of stream. Like even like it's such a sentimental spot for me. Like when they show like Robin's getting the belongings, and Alfred and Gordon and everyone who knew who he was are crying, and that music is swelling again, and you see like Gordon sees like the Batman sign is back. Lucius also realizes like, oh, the patch was made by him. And when they're like the drums hit and shit, and you see like Alfred gets his dream, and like even Bale gets like Bruce Wayne also gets his dream. Yeah. Where you know he moves on, and they just give each other that look and they nod. And even like Catwoman has like Batman's mother's necklace. Isn't that? Don't you have feelings? Like,
nah. Or robot type. Nah, I think it's cute. Sure.
Cute? No, it's fucking one of the greatest endings of all time, bro.
It is perfection. There is no.
Yeah, it is one of the. You fucking shit talk me, bro. I'ma fucking come for your neck.
Yeah.
I
like how,
love
like
that ending.
in all the other podcasts you keep saying like, yeah, you need to be like like yeah, like wouldn't it have punched more hard if it was sad at the end, guys? And now I am in the office.
Yeah, straight up like.
Somewhere on
I can't, man. This is like it's just too personal for me. Like even now, if I watch the ending, I'll just be like, cinematic perfection. And just like that shot of like Joseph Gordon-Levitt rising, does that make sense with the title way more? Like the Dark Knight Rises, like he is like perfect, perfection, ending masterpiece. The Dark Knight trilogy masterpiece, greatest trilogy ever made.
I
Well,
guess we can get to.
what's wrong with it? Yeah.
No,
of
not.
course.
I think we talked enough about it.
Okay. No, I can go on.
I'm fine. I think we should talk about
Yeah, we
what
should
we
go
put in
on.
thumbnail.
What the subject of the podcast is.
Yeah. Hey, it is my symbol, guys.
Batman from the Dark Knight might come back in the Suicide Squad, kill the Justice League game. Oh, I don't get it. Like, we both reiterated, like, we're not really, like, a big fan of this universe thing.
Yeah, I am better.
We're very...
Like the before the whole Pattinson, like when they announced it, I was just happy that this is. They said like, this is not connected to this Joker. This is not connected to this one. I was like, okay, it's a movie, so I don't need to care about like, this is the other thing, is the other thing, and
I understand the appeal of a whole
Yeah.
universe where all the movies are connected and stuff, and like the delight for it's very warm to see like, that's from that movie, it's from
yeah,
this movie.
like I also watched the MCU movies, and like I don't deny that. But,
Yeah, see,
like,
Sana stands with me. Fuck you. See, she's just cute, like little bitch. It's grand ending. But anyways, you were saying. Yeah. We should get off the Nolan dick.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's just nice that it ends. Like,
Yeah.
it's not just it ends. Like there is no like forced like universe building thing. And, like that was clearly the problem. I mean, that's not the only problem, but like one of the problems with the Zack Snyder movie. And like here they could just like do it. And it also helps that like DC fucked up so bad that they're like, okay, now I guess we will give
Just
some
do
independence.
whatever, please.
Just make
Please
it work.
us money. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's nice that it is that. And
Yeah.
before watching it, and now I'm very happy after watching it, because it's actually a good movie. Wow.
It's actually like a really good fucking movie. Yep.
Yeah.
And to completely be like an inconsistent character, forget how much I jerked off Batman. I was not excited for this movie. I thought it would be shit.
Yeah.
And even after having
Yeah,
seen it,
I
I'm like,
was
it's
the one
good.
who was like, I watched the teaser. This is gonna be DC's big comeback, hopefully.
Yeah.
Pattinson, because I love Pattinson
Yeah.
from Twilight only and nothing
Yeah,
else.
I watched Twilight with my dad. That's how much I love Pattinson, bro. Just like two heterosexual men watching
And I love
romance.
that, like, I was being ironic, you were not being. You
Yeah.
were telling truths.
Yeah, I watched Twilight with my father.
Yeah, like Pattinson, like if anyone who just knows Pattinson from Twilight and now from Batman, please go and watch Good Time or Lighthouse and all his other good movies that he's.
Literally hang yourself, neck yourself. No, I'm kidding. Go watch Good Time. Go watch Lighthouse. I hate that when like a director or when an actor, right? Like I remember this happened for the Anakin Skywalker actor Hayden Christensen when he did the like Star Wars prequels. People hated him, and that's it. His career was just like dead, killed. And even for Pattinson, like, he did Twilight, so that's it. We should never like look at anything he does. He is the Twilight boy. We'll never look at anything else. Such cringe, such unadulterated cringe. Because when you realize that it's nothing about like, the actor screwed up a role I love, like a character I love. It's more like, he screwed it up. We will just do it on him.
It's not
we
like
will never
he's screwed, but in Pattinson's case, it's just shit movies.
It is a shit movie, and like
Based
it's not
on
even like
shit
he had a
novel.
chance. Yeah, he didn't have a chance, and when he does do good things, you don't give it a chance. You don't even like look for it, search for it, or even like try to change your mind on it. Pattinson was great in Devil all the time too. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Great actor. Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you.
all the
Rusty.
time I didn't like the movie that much, but his performance.
I didn't like
was
the.
great.
Bro, he picked up that accent in a few weeks or something. Apparently, like what?
Oh.
Yeah, he speaks better
Genius.
redneck than most rednecks.
Guys, he invented redneck language.
Yeah, straight up. Pattinson is the greatest actor of our gen. I do think he's one of the best actors of our generation, though.
I think
Yeah.
more I think he's definitely like the Brad Pitt,
Yeah.
where he's like a
Yeah,
very
yeah.
good looking boy who's like a great actor and has great choice. He's
Yeah.
making consistently
Excellent
great
choices.
choices.
Yeah.
And
Just
yeah,
like Good Time and Lighthouse, both those movies are in general, both those performances are like career bests, you know. And he has like 2 of them.
yeah. And
Yeah.
he goes and picks out these filmmakers that make
Yeah.
interesting shit. And
Yeah, did you watch that GQ documentary? I mean, not documentary, like that interview.
No.
Pattinson's most iconic performances.
Hmm.
He said like he loved the Safdie brothers. This is like a random tidbit, but he also played guitar for Death Grips. If you
Oh.
know that, yeah.
I
Like,
remember
when
the Safdie brothers thing. I know that they made what's the first movie? I forgot.
Heaven knows what.
Yeah, he saw that in some festival and he talked to them directly and he's like, I
Yeah.
want to be in one. And all that.
Yeah, and in the interview, he said like, yeah, I just told them like I want to be in your movie, and they said like, are you sure about that? If you are, we have a script in 6 weeks. And he was like, yeah, for sure, I'm doing it. And just how he talks about the role is so fun. Like, I recommend like everyone to go watch that interview of him where he talks about his like quote unquote iconic performances. He's a very like down to earth, very like I love movies and I love acting and I'm happy I'm doing what I'm doing type personality. Even for Robert Eggers, right? He said like he loved The Witch, and he went to Eggers and he said like I want the weirdest shit, just like give me anything weird. And he gave him The Lighthouse, and he was like, this is awesome. And he said like, you know, if anyone who's seen The Lighthouse knows, there's a 2 to 3 minute scene, I think like 2 minutes, where both the characters just say what at each other. And he said like on the script it was 3 whole pages, right? And he said like when he read it, he was like, this shouldn't be done. And he said he got like very pissed off if someone else got to do it instead of him, and that's why he was like, I need to do this.
And
Yeah.
even this one, Devil All the Time, also that film, that guy made something good. Forgot what. He made him this like very.
Love Simon? Oh no, something else with Ezra Miller, right? Yeah.
No, not with Ezra Miller. Like this weird like sociopath. Like you. See,
Yeah, that's with Ezra Miller, isn't it?
That's not. It is Ezra.
I
have
think
no
so. That is
idea.
that poster. Simon Killer.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, Simon.
something.
That's not Ezra Miller. That's Simon Killer. Yeah, Simon Killer. That's the one.
Yeah, and yeah, it's pretty great. And anyways, we are like
We went off
Batman.
track with that. Yeah, Batman. Anyway, yeah, Pattinson, amazing. Matt Reeves, great like blockbuster director who has like a good track record of movies. Like he saved the Apes franchise single-handedly. He revitalized like the whole like found footage thing with something fresh, Cloverfield. You know, so seeing his take on it, pretty fucking great. I guess like we can talk about our initial opinions on the movie.
Yeah, you should watch our review. It will be
Oh,
more
yeah.
concise and precise.
Which is
and
very
fun.
concise. If you don't want to see like a rambly ass take on it while he investigates like dead bodies in this movie.
Which I am not able to do for some fucking reason. I don't know
Yeah.
what to do. God damn it, why are games so hard? I am so dumb.
Scan that shiny bit.
I did.
Hold on in his abdomen.
Look at
That thing. No, see that thing.
which one? Like this one. I did.
No, just scroll up. Slowly go up his body.
Pacemaker fitted through the right ventricle. If I
Right ventricle, his heart.
with the pacing method, it will help to narrow the search.
Heart. Look at his heart.
I'm trying. Okay. Oh, can I zoom in?
Yeah. See. Above, right next to his heart, there's like a steel case. Yeah.
Oh, it's. Why are you going?
Yeah, that thing. You were green on it. Top right, there's a white, like pitch white thing.
Yeah, I did do that just now.
You already scanned it. Okay.
Has been identified. I need
Okay,
to
go down his body. Go up his body. His hand. This is why I said, like, make sure you familiarize yourself with this.
Yeah, I didn't have time. Editing.
Maybe just scan his nutsack. Oh, scan his feet. Bone. Thanks, game. No evidence. What about around him? Around his body?
behind.
Yeah. No, it's a deep tissue scanner. Even if you go behind him, it'll be the same thing. Scan the skeleton. Yeah, Rusty, we know. But which part of skeleton? Oh, handprint on the right.
I did
On his
that
le-
also.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, that's what's confusing.
Oh. I have no clue, bro.
Okay, where is this handprint thing? Here, right?
Yeah.
Where is it? Fuck is Yapa. Yeah, talk about the movie.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. 1 second, I'll be right back. My phone is going to die. That's how I look at the commentary. 1 second.
Commentary. Where the I am so fucking. My god. Anything? I will scan his
Yes,
brain.
hello. Sorry about that.
Okay. Do I need to scan away from his body or something?
Maybe there might be clues.
I've already scanned that piece of evidence.
Yeah,
I
you
should search the rest of the body.
Rest of the body, you did, you fucking piece.
Muscle and skin are done. Check his hips, ear, or feet. In the skeleton mod, hips, ear, or feet. Ear or feet. Check the ear. Maybe that might be like a clue. Working out.
I'm trying.
Maybe like instead of skeleton mod, you can check the other one. Okay, I'll just get back to describing the movie, I guess. So I think you stated your like take on it, right?
Did I?
Did you?
Yeah, I think yeah, we were just talking about the positives in the movie, like
Yeah.
Pattinson's performance, blah blah blah. It just it just is a very good looking movie, and
Yeah.
again I'm
One of the
gonna
best looking movies.
yeah, like fuck, and there was, I would say, maybe not even like 2 minutes of slow motion in the movie, and it looks so gorgeous. Fucking hell.
Dude, like I was cutting. There are 3 mods. You're only doing 2.
Oh, there's some.
Skeleton, skin, and something else.
Hey, you were saying?
Yeah, I was saying that it's. I was just cutting through the review, right? And I remember like you went off like on your like hatred for Zack Snyder. Like, there's no slow motion in this movie, and it's more impactful. Fucking Snyder hack.
I don't like Snyder at all. And the fact that he has fandom is like, what the
Yeah,
fuck
like
is this?
don't you guys have like better people to fanboy over? Like,
Yeah.
come on, Matt Reeves deserves that fandom. I think. Skin mod, muscle mod, and skeleton mod. You did skin and muscle.
Yeah, I think the other one.
Scan level muscle.
Clear signs of bone.
Try
from
skeleton.
Okay, fully processed.
victim's knee. Joint line sclerosis
Oh.
points to
I
juvenile
guess I did it.
arthritis. A rare
Yeah, you did it.
debilitating condition.
That's one of the developers'
I've
photos.
ID'd the victim as Franklin Akarga.
Yeah, probably. In a lot of games, they always do this.
In and out of prison from an early age.
Oh, go on, go on.
20 years
About the movie, yeah.
before being
Oh,
released early on grounds of
Yeah,
ill
it
health.
Matt
looks
Reeves.
fantastic.
Yeah, Matt Reeves fucking did it.
Yeah,
So happy he did it. And I think like, oh sorry, you were saying?
it's a really good script too.
We need to
Yeah, yeah.
It really delves like, I think this is a take on Batman, at least I would say we didn't see. where
Yeah, we
he-
haven't seen period. I think we see it in like the comics a bit, but like even in the games, even here, he's not like a big detective.
Yeah.
The main focus of the game is the combat and the action.
And-
So seeing like a detective take on Batman is definitely like very fresh. Yeah, pretty cool. Very
like,
cool of Matt
like the
Reeves.
entire movie is like there's like maybe 20 to 30 minutes of action, and most of it
Not
is
even
just,
20 to 30 minutes, like proper 15 minutes, I think.
yeah, and most of the movie is just like him doing detective shit, and like his relationship with Commissioner Gordon
God.
is
Jim, no, I think it's Detective Gordon here. I wanted to like ask because he's not a
Gordon.
commissioner. Yeah,
Yeah,
Gordon.
I guess he's not commissioner here.
Yeah.
And it was really good. Like they were all like we talked about how like it feels like they're the two people that are the only good left in
Gotham.
in Gotham.
And they found each other.
Yeah, and it's very cute. Like
Yeah.
this big policeman and this weird vigilante guy are friends. And like there's that like funny like banter they have when like he tries to escape from the police station.
Like, you just broke my face, man.
Yeah. Nice.
It's very, very warm and nice. I love that Gordon always vouches for him. It's like Gordon's like imaginary friend he keeps dragging into crime scenes, like the unpopular kid in class. Like, yeah, he's mine. I need him. Give him, like I'll put my head on the line for him and shit.
And especially I love how like whenever he takes him to crime scenes, everyone reacts to him. Like,
yeah, they go like, what the fuck is this?
Like, what is this freak doing here? Like, what is this?
Yeah.
Hello, what the fuck? Like, and his like footsteps have like noise, like toop, toop.
Not just the footsteps, like you saw those close-ups of the boots, dude.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, they look heavy as shit.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's a positive in this like suit of Batman. Like the Nolan Batman suit was like nice and all, really cool. But this one is like chunky.
Yeah.
Like heavy. Like when he punches and shit, it's like oof. Ouch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like whenever he comes to like a scene, it always like they do make like visual jokes in a way where it's like in the beginning there's just like one guy is like he's just like standing there all serious and it's like, oh, what the fuck, that's nice.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty fucking good. I think the relationship between Gordon and the bat suit and Batman. I love that they went ahead with that like thing that the comics have been doing, but the Nolan movies never did, which is that Bruce Wayne is kind of a lunatic. If you think about it, the Batman character, he is not mentally sane. Even the games allude to this. He's not really like mentally sane. No mentally sane man would do this.
Yeah.
Right? And in the Nolan movies, he was given a much more charitable look where it's like, he's trying to be like a genuine hero. He's like warm and beat down by this horror and stuff. But in this movie, he's actually just like an angsty shithead.
Yeah.
And Matt Reeves also mentioned that he's mentally stunted at 10 years old. He never really got over the trauma of his parents. He's like a young Batman. So of course he's going to be like this. Pretty smart, pretty cool. And I love that the Wayne you see here is not the playboy socialite.
Yeah, at all. Like,
just a fucking teenage creep.
Like even when he's outside, it's like everyone's like, oh, he finally came out of his like retirement.
Oh, look, the introvert made it outside. Cool.
And like you can clearly see that like Bruce, like Batman being Batman is not like a cool thing for him at all, and it's clearly a problem for him. Like it's like his addiction.
Insomnia patient. Yeah, addiction is a good word for it. Addiction.
Yeah,
definitely.
Like especially the thing that I think, I don't know if you put it in the review or not, but like he has those lenses in his eyes, and like even after he's like done with the Batman for the day, he then sits back and he's like, yeah, I have to rewatch my entire day because sometimes I miss things, and he just gives himself some dumb reason. It's nice. It's a very sad person. And
I love that Pattinson didn't break his streak of playing absolute weirdo freaks. Somehow, in such a mainstream character like Batman, I think he was definitely like even more attracted to the prospect because he was such a freak here.
Yeah, and like his relationship with Alfred is something I think they could have developed a bit better. Especially that like very awkward line when he says like, You're not my father. That was kind of like.
Are you a Wayne, man?
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
want these cufflinks, man? It's like kind of cringe.
Yeah, that was
But-
not a well written, but I know why they did it, but still like, fine.
He could have done it a bit better, yeah. But still, that's great. I love the Catwoman here. I know she's not like the best part of this movie and stuff. I don't mean that in a negative way. She's just kind of overshadowed by everyone else. But the
The
Catwoman
movie
here,
wouldn't change so much if she's not there, I guess.
yeah, that's the part. That's kind of sad. I think like the Catwoman here is like holy shit, so much better than Anne Hathaway's Catwoman. Anne Hathaway's Catwoman is like just like from some like kid play, like I'm like I'll just like scam the billionaire and I'll just like wander around. I'm like a cute robber woman, haha, hoo hoo. And shit here, she's like she's been working the streets, you know.
I think that is the one thing that's constant in the movie. Everyone's sad and like
Yeah.
everyone has like fucked up like past and all
It
these like
feels like Gotham got to all of them, gets to all of them in a way. The city itself infects them.
and like that is one big positive. Like Gotham feels like
Yeah.
its own thing in this movie. Like every big character is connected in this small thing, and like it's so good. It's,
Again, Rusty, don't say these spoilers, please. Like, I won't read it out, but very big spoiler, bro. I'll delete it.
we'll can we talk about spoilers?
No, this is for like an unrelated movie that he just like ended up spoiling massively.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is not even Batman related.
Yeah, no, it's Batman related. It's the Flashpoint movie, which is gonna come out in the future and is like a big movie that a lot of people know. Yeah, you'll say but it's still like a really, really big spoiler. It's all.
I don't like the animated. Anyways, I don't want to get into
Yeah, the animated movies, bruh.
Yeah, I saw that one Flashpoint movie because everyone was like, "Bruh, this is the best, okay?" And I was like, "Oh, this is the best."
No, it's not the best, honestly. I think the best is Under the Red Hood.
Yeah, anyways, I didn't like that, but leaving that.
Leaving that aside, yeah. I like this. Like Gotham is fucking gothic and is actually Gotham. Like
Yeah,
pretty fucking just like a mean dark place.
like 80% of the movie is just like dark. It's like
Yeah,
night,
raining.
It's like
Yeah. We need to like reiterate how fucking cool it is that we got like a 3-hour long superhero noir in 2020.
yeah,
That's pretty fucking sick.
and it will probably, hopefully, be. I think it is successful. Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah. Wait, you know what? Let's see.
You wanna see the collections? I think it is. It definitely, it's not gonna like do like Spider-Man, but like
No way.
it's
yeah?
like the second. It's projected to be second highest in the pandemic era.
Yeah.
That is good.
That is
It's
very,
good enough.
very, very, very good. 120 million plus box office opening.
That's still projection, I guess.
No, that's like 22 minutes back.
No. But like basically Monday is when they get the final results.
Oh, okay.
Like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
Thursday night, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So
Okay.
on Monday you'll know the final number.
Okay.
These are all estimates, bro. And their estimates tend to be correct.
I think it will make like a bunch of fucking money. Because it is a good fucking blockbuster. It's actually like a really fun movie. It's a great return to form for DC and shit. So I think it'll make like money.
The only problem it has is the runtime sorta, because
3 hours is kind of long for the whites.
not the whites, it's like in terms of shows, you can't put more shows when it's a 2-3 hour movie. So that
Yeah,
means
sure.
lesser money.
Oh yeah, you can put like 2 hours.
Scarecrow's got lots of tanks.
Yeah.
Where's my tank?
Getting back on topic of the movie, I love the fact that, again, like I feel like I reiterated this in the review, but it is a detective movie first and foremost, then a Batman movie. If you go into this like superhero movie because you're dry of detective movies and you want like a detective movie and you decide to pick this, you won't be like unsatisfied. It is a good fucking mystery. It is like a fun mystery.
And the villain makes a lot of sense for this detective movie because his whole thing is like, oh, I am a mystery boy. I am like a
Yeah.
Zodiac killer. essentially.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
let's talk about how Matt Reeves ripped off the elephants.
Yeah. I very offended I am. as I have like a card that says I'm like a Fincher fan gay, and it's very shameful that he ripped it off. Jokes aside, I am very happy that he did rip it off because I feel like
Fincher will ever make a superhero movie.
I don't think he'll ever be allowed near a superhero movie. I think like he wanted to make like a Disney movie for 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, okay? And he started going off on like, yeah, I want them to drown. I want these like creatures to eat them alive and stuff. He said this to Disney. So yeah, he got like a shot at making Spider-Man or something, and he was like, yeah, I want to be like violent, like the Uncle Ben that should be like fucked up. He's not gonna get a shot at doing this. Like,
Yeah.
I love the guy, but as a producer, I wouldn't let him near any of this because I'd be like, oh, he's gonna burn my money. He's gonna giggle about like being counterculture and being violent, and I have to deal with like the loss in my bank account.
Yeah. This is the best of both worlds.
Yeah,
Where
this is the
it's
best
a
of
good
both worlds.
Batman movie with Fincher type.
Fincher type murder
Treatment,
mystery.
yeah.
Yeah, Fincher treatment. Yeah, that's the best way. You can tell like Reeves was definitely like inspired is like too polite a word. He straight up robbed a Blu-ray store.
He had he was like watching the movie on the side as he's directing.
Yeah, like he got like the storyboards for the Fincher movies when he made this.
Yeah.
That's how like eerily similar it is. From the serial killer to the lighting of this movie, which is very, very reminiscent of Fincher's crime thrillers. The fact that he has like a cipher and stuff. I hate saying that because it insinuates like, oh, Matt Reeves wasn't inspired by the real life serial killer. No. Zodiac. The movie is what he was inspired by.
Yeah. But the treatment of it is what we are mostly talking about.
Yeah,
And
treatment.
this is also something, even though we are saying, oh, he ripped it off, all that, in a very positive way we are saying this, because I know the other, like, Joker, which ripped off the whole Scorsese thing. That was way more, like, cringy, because that didn't get it. And
That
it-
not just that it didn't get it, it didn't do anything new with it. It
Yeah.
was literally just fucking King of Comedy and the end of Taxi Driver,
Yeah.
and that's it.
And it felt like, okay, like, why is this good now? Because it has Joker now? That's all? Like, that was, this is not like that at all. Like,
Yeah.
this takes that
This-
in its own way, like, it takes it and adds more, he adds more to it. And
Yeah.
he makes it
I
much
think the
better.
more.
And
I
also,
think
like,
they
the
add more
script
fun.
of it is not, like, ripped off from, like, Seven or anything like that.
Yeah.
Because,
I
like,
think what he
Joker is
ripped off from
definitely-
Fincher. Yeah, he watched King of Comedy, Taxi Driver. He wrote that script, and shamelessly, he went to that sweet old man Scorsese and he said, "You're gonna fund my Joker movie, man." Poor Scorsese had to do it.
Yeah. And
It's
see
the
it
magic
be
of
like
Fincher.
successful than all his movies.
All,
combined.
then both those movies that it was inspired by, like, imagine that. You know, King of Comedy failed. Like,
I know
proper,
that. Yeah, proper
Yeah.
bomb. No one saw.
proper bomb. No one saw. And now this like young dipshit makes it again. Not dipshit. Like this director makes it again, and Scorsese has to watch it get like nominated for Oscars and shit.
Yeah. People pretend like it's. Damn, he did it, guys.
Yeah. So cringe. Here, what I think Matt Reeves took from David Fincher is tone and straight up like style. Tone, style, and treatment, I think. The story was wholly his own,
Yeah,
wholly original.
The
And this
characters
is-
and all that.
Characters are his own, just like
His
the
take
tone,
on
the
it is
visuals.
own. Yeah.
Yeah, his take on it is own. He just borrowed like what the visuals, and I think that's completely fair. I think if we can forgive Tarantino for ripping off countless just like movies from the
Yeah.
70s that everyone knows, I think we can forgive like Matt Reeves for ripping off more well-known movies from the 90s. It's
Like, and
okay.
It's morely style and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's an excellent thing to rip off for this. It fits like a glove on Batman. Just the visuals and stuff, it's insane. I loved it. Just like, I mean, for me, I was just like, oh, this is from Zodiac! Oh my god, it's from Seven! But just watching like a good noir movie in the theater, great. And leaving aside the whole Fincher inspiration thing, leaving aside the detective thing, goddamn great action in this movie. Holy shit. insane action. Again, we need to bring Daddy Snyder into
Again.
the courtroom and insult him. Yeah.
Like fucking
What action? Like
Yeah.
what? What, Mister? I am all about the myth of superheroes. Batman versus The name of the movie is a fight.
Yeah.
Batman versus Superman, and it's so there. It's like just like a 10 to 20-second fight in a hallway with muzzle flashes. Instantly memorable.
Yeah.
That car scene, that car chase.
The Batmobile chase. I will also get onto Batmobile. Yeah, fucking amazing. What a fucking great scene. That
Yeah, seeing that shit in IMAX was insane, dude.
I
Wow.
saw it in like a smaller screen with like both halves, like the top and bottom cut off, but it was still good.
Yeah, watching it in IMAX, it was just like, it reminded me of watching Mission Impossible Fallout and like First Man and stuff. Where you know there are the
IMAX.
IMAX, yeah.
Yeah, go on.
But like there are some scenes in these like great movies that you're like, yeah, IMAX camera, yeah, I see it. I don't know.
Oh
holy
yeah, I
shit.
100% get the IMAX appeal for sure.
Yeah,
I
in
love
this one-
IMAX. Like, I think if that is definitely one of the best ways for.
I think like if IMAX was normal, I'd be very happy.
Yeah.
Just how fucking enormous it is, it's so cool. Yeah.
And
Anyways,
I think
that
a lot of this is a very dumb deep dive, but like a lot of people like who are used to like cities like mall theaters where it's like the screens are much smaller and like the halls itself are much smaller, so IMAX genuinely feels like it's like own like new thing. But when you are sort of used to single theaters, it's like an okay experience, I guess. It's
Yeah.
still better, obviously, but I think a lot of city people have that like holy shit because
I am guilty as shit.
yeah, because all the theaters in the malls are like, because they fit in like 8-9 screens in that one building. Like there will be like 1 or 2 like big screens and rest of them are all like small like medium screens, and that's all.
Yep. And holy fuck, IMAX, very, very good. That place is amazing. Fucking just the POV shots. I love that Reeves just attached the camera to the car and let it swerve.
Yeah, fucking
That
that
is
fucking
sick.
shot where the car flips and it's attached to the and like and
Ever heard of filmmaking voice?
and when he finally you saw it in the trailer, I guess. Yeah, like that shot where there's a flame behind him and he's walking and it's in
Upside down as
Yeah,
well,
it's-
and the core is swelling like.
no, that's not this one.
Yeah, okay, I can do this one.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, something like
Yeah, yeah, that thing. Very fucking cool moment to have in the theater. Oh my god, that was definitely like
I think
the
the
hype.
score they used it. I heard someone say like they overused it, but I don't. I think they didn't overuse that score that much, but I feel like there was some points I was like, "Yeah, you don't need any score here, I guess."
I don't mind the score too much. In my memory, I'm still like fine with it. Also, one sec, you keep talking. So sorry. I'll be right back.
Yeah, the score on the movie, the fucking Batman theme was so good, so fucking. Like in the first scene, the way they use it is very, very goosebumpsy and fun. I still believe that it would have been better if they opened like the first time you see Batman is how the teaser begins essentially with like him on that case with Gordon and like the POV shot of like everyone looking back at him and it's like what's happening, and that would have been a better intro for this movie because this movie is much more of a detective movie, but it's still cool that there's that cool action scene and that it's just like vengeance and all that.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, hello.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, I was talking about how it would have been a better opening if the movie started with the POV shot behind Gordon than like
Yeah. Then the like binocular shot.
the binocular shot with no. I like that. Like the first time you see Batman, I'm saying that big fight instead of that big fight.
Yeah, I agree.
I like the binocular. And I like how like we see that the spoilers.
I think like what else do we have non-spoiler to talk about? Music is great, performances are great, action is
Looks
great.
fucking great.
Yeah, I think we covered everything non-spoilery. Honestly, you can get into spoilers.
Okay, anyone who didn't watch,
Everybody, it is now
Okay,
spoilers.
wait,
Like,
let
oh
me
my.
go switch to alt tab and I'll put like somewhere spoilers. I can write text here. Right? How do you write text in? Yeah.
God damn it! My phone is out of charge and my food is on the way.
Oh,
Kya karoon bhai? Wait, I'll just put my phone in the living room.
spoilers. Okay, this is way too big.
It is big spoilers, guys.
And this is font is stupid. Yeah. Size is like too small.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
Going and coming, I do. Anyways, is the spoiler thing on screen?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Spoiler this
Please, everybody, please don't be spoiled on this movie. It is very good.
going on. Yeah. Okay. Oh, fucking.
Kya hua bhai? All good in the hood.
And
Yeah. Can you make it like a bit bigger?
bigger.
Yeah, like and a different color or something. Like white gets lost.
How?
Yeah, because have you seen the game?
Yeah, it's black.
There's a lot of whites and stuff.
The game very black, dark.
Oh wait, no spoiler discussion. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. That's pretty big and like very easy to spot.
Okay. Spoilers.
Everybody, there are so many spoilers here. Yeah, spoilers. We have warned you enough times.
There's a Zack Snyder cameo in the new Batman. Batman
What?
shoots Zack Snyder in the face.
Once you lost your virginity to this fucking
Batman is actually a comedy movie.
What? Robert Pattinson is gay? That's not even related to the Batman. But it's a spoiler.
Anyways, now we can start talking about spoilers. Yeah, I was like when you were talking about the binoculars thing, like the whole movie is like sort of subconsciously building to the fact that Batman is not the most like as morally upright as he pretends to be, especially when you see the binocular shot. It's like the movie starts with that where you are seeing the villain's perspective and he's doing the exact same thing with Catwoman. It's like, that's nice. And
that's a nice detail.
And when he says like, you are orphan, but when like this guy also gives your like fucking society destroyed me speech. But here, like, you understand a lot because, like, you were talking about how everything the Riddler does is correct. He's just like exposing the bad people.
Yeah.
Like, and there's no other way to expose him. And in a way, like, because of him, Batman becomes better too.
Yeah.
Like, he, like, the whole movie, he keeps saying, like, so I am saving people. But he also keeps saying it's vengeance, blah, blah, blah. And he realizes that it's the bat symbol, it should not represent like fucking fear, it should rather represent hope. And at the end, when you actually see him go and do help the people and interact with civilians, which he does for the
help
first
the
time.
people, like when he when that girl like holds on to him for an extra second on the stretcher, that moment, and he even looks back at her and he like allows her to calm down. That's a very like powerful moment for his character, I think, and for the audience in general.
Yeah,
Because you see like how comforting he is.
till then the only other civilian interaction he has, or not an interaction as per se, but like some sort of empathy he has is for that one kid who loses his father. I think some commissioner's kid, and that you can clearly see is a very personally motivated. Oh, I relate to you, man. Everything. But here, by the end, he's just doing it because it's my people, and I am saving them, and that's so nice. And in such a like everyone is depressed movie, it's a very positive and
Optimistic note to end on.
Yeah,
It's really nice. Yeah, I like that too. I like the ending. I like I guess like other spoilery things to talk about are, I love that scene where Catwoman is about to kill Falcone. Falcone. I mean, like, I love that because it leads up to that fucking like shot where the muzzle flash fight. That's really cool.
So good.
And I love. In fact, the muzzle flash fight is nice, but how it leads into the muzzle flash fight is even better. Like, they see like an elevator open up, it's empty, and they go scan it with the torch, and it's this creepy fucking shot of Batman like hiding in the corner.
They did a similar thing in BVS as well.
Oh yeah. BVS, it looked so lame. Like, he was waiting in the house for how long?
Yeah.
That's retarded. Like, he was just there, I guess, in the corner, working his abs and hands. Here, it's like, he's in the lift. He's gonna bait them in, and then when they look up at the torch, fucking just take them out.
Yeah, he
Sick.
definitely comes out of shadows a lot.
Yeah, there is a minor criticism you can throw. Like, he keeps disappearing, and in some cases, it's very stupid. I know it's a Batman thing, but it's really, really stupid here because I think in the Nolan thing, it happens. In Dark Knight, it happens like twice. Or once, I think. Once in the bank at the start of the movie. Once shit gets serious, he never pulls that like disappearing bullshit, I think. But here it's like 3-4 times, bro. In that like small house, he got out somehow.
Yeah, that like at the end, that we are talking about the end where like he finds that carpet and like he finds the big like motivation of Hitler and all, and like what his plan is, and there he like disappears in front of the cop, which is very stupid in that narrow house.
Yeah, it's very dumb.
dumb.
But leaving that aside, that Zoe Kravitz interaction where she just says like, "I'll make him pay. He has to pay and stuff." It's a very simple, dumb line that Pattinson says. He just says like, "No, but you don't have to." But pretty nice, very warming. It shows that like they both care for each other, and even she also understands what he means by "you shouldn't kill." Before that, like she even says like, "I got 9 lives," and she even like tries to kill that like Mackenzie cop, right? But when he does this, she realizes like, oh, he doesn't mean just like once you kill, you're no better than them in that like legal way. He means that from a very like moral standpoint of don't corrupt yourself, your sense of self by becoming what you hate. And that's pretty fucking nice, I think. That's pretty cool. I think this movie does an excellent job of calling into focus the idea of Batman. The don't kill thing, I mentioned this in the review, how it ends on kind of a grey note. Whereas here it's like, oh, the movie is taking the stance of don't kill, obviously, right? But at the end, when she comes, she saves him, and it's like, yeah, they both care for each other now. They both clearly like are affected. They both like each other romantically even, right? And when she's like, it's okay, I'm here, and he's kind of he takes like fucking double barrel shotgun to the chest, and he's just faint. You think like, oh, it's okay, it's cute. But then when the other guy goes to kill her, he injects himself with that like emergency adrenaline thing, and he just starts wailing on his fucking face, right? And you see like he's taken the position his dad took all those years back.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, he sees. It's a good fucking script. It's a very.
It's not
very
just like, oh, Martha, same name. Ayyo, deep down, brother.
Holy fucking Snyder, my god, you idiot. Goddamn moron. Like, what the hell? It's such a good script because in this one, when they bring up that little like chestnut of, oh, your father ordered a journalist to be killed. And when Alfred offers up that explanation of like, no, he didn't want him killed. He was a good fucking man. Your mother was in the asylum and stuff. This journalist was a dirtbag. He was going to utilize like public opinion to just like shame your mother and in turn shame your father. And your father, in his desperation for the person he loves, turned to a man he didn't like, and that guy fucking killed this dude. And that's what Bruce does in the end too. He turns that adrenaline and he's like, I can't let this woman die. Bruce even talks about it, like, I never thought I'd have that fear, Alfred. That fear I felt as a kid of like losing someone I love, and then this happens. He even screams, right? He goes like, Dory, something horrible is going to happen.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
the one time like the emotion out.
Yeah, great, excellent moment. And how it's like, isn't it great to have scripts that do callbacks without it being obvious? Like,
Yeah.
pretty cool, huh? I love that look Gordon, Bruce, and Selena give each other in the end after he like wails on him, right? They all give each other a look, and it's like you understand, like even Pattinson understands now. I mean, like Bruce understands now what his father did and how the line might not necessarily be
As
so black and white.
yeah.
Yeah, very, very, very good.
I still did they explain what the whole big secret was
Off.
of his
Oh,
mother?
Mother was in the lunatic asylum. It was in Arkham Asylum. She had mental health issues, and
That's
that
all.
was it.
Okay.
I think that was it. Yeah, I think like it would have smeared him. Some skeleton in the closet thing they said. So
Like
probably
she,
like he
they
probably
say like
killed
she
someone.
killed someone because she
Yeah.
had some trauma, something.
Yeah, something like that. It's not a good look, right? If your wife
Yeah,
kills.
yeah.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Very simple to understand kind of thing. Very. Yeah, that's the thing. For a script that's this intelligent, it's very easy to understand and get behind.
Face ain't forgetting what the bat did to him in
Right?
the courthouse.
It's not really like a hard to understand script. Everyone understands this. Pretty fucking cool. I think leaving that aside, I think how it comes full circle in the end with how Riddler actually has influence and stuff. This did the Joker thing so much better and so much more subtler too. In the
Than
Joker,
Wally
like, oh yeah, Wally Mai, yeah. Yeah. That actually slapped me out of nowhere.
Go on.
It was, what? Yeah, like how in the Joker, just because this random vigilante kills 5 stockbrokers, a rebellion is ignited.
Do icons in the back
Cool.
gates start messing
But
around
here
with
you
that?
see how it's such a gradual process of what the Riddler is doing.
Core elements.
How at the start he exposes
And
the
it
DA.
makes sense that people will be behind him.
Way.
It's
Yeah,
not
and
just
that's how he gets those clone Riddlers in the end. They're
Yeah.
behind him, and they make sense. Like what?
Why didn't I see this?
It's so stupid how like in the Joker he just kills 5 people and people are like, yeah, I'm behind him, bro.
now it represents something very big and all.
It'll show
Yeah,
where
and
Stan's
here it's like
getting
I
his
take
grades
down
on.
the DA, I take down your police
take a few
commissioner,
hours to bring
I
it
take
down
down the
to
richest kid in the
have enough
city,
time.
I
Not
expose
just
the
take
renewal
down,
program.
It's like he's exposing what
Exposing,
they have been
yeah.
hiding from them.
I spoke to Dad.
These
Yeah,
are all
I
things
show
that
how-
even
I
if it
hate lying to
happens
him.
to us, and
He'd kill me if he knew I was
someone
still
like
in the
comes
city.
and they're like, yeah, this is what like this like
Still
Modi
blaming
TV
himself for this.
found something.
We'll
Oh
stop
fuck
him.
yeah! I mean, like if there was an Indian Riddler, 100%, fuck Modi. Like fuck any politician, right? You would support that guy unequivocally.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, and it's a very subtle detail he didn't explain, but it makes so much sense why he has supporters on the roof with him. Then, very nice. Other things I like about the movie.
Jim, we've got a way to
think,
find
like-
out where Crane's working from.
Thank God. What can I do?
Talk about the insomnia thing. We talked
Soon as
about
we
the
get the
Alfred
location, I'll
thing.
let you know.
All right.
The ending. Yeah, I like the gliding scene.
Oh yeah, because he fucks up.
Yeah, it's fucking cool.
Yeah, I love the POV shot again. Matt Reeves, my POV man. Just like you see the thing flying. It's nice.
That looked a little goofy, like when you see his face with the thing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That
It
was
does
kind
look
of bad. That is the
But I
only
don't-
point where I was like, it's like the CG was like, because otherwise the movie's CG was very not
Very well
noticeable
done.
at all.
Yeah, I think it's a very smart decision on Matt Reeves' part to make it so dark and like grimy because you can just mask a lot of CG and whatever is CG will blend in very
And this
effectively
movie
with.
genuinely didn't need CG to. It's such a grounded like, detective
Yeah.
thriller, so obviously it didn't need.
But wherever CG is required, right, it's masked by both the darkness and the exaggerated visuals, the exaggerated like red, blue, yellow
Yeah.
color pattern. So it all makes sense. Dude.
Yeah, and also like with like the red thing, I love how they reuse it at the end where like he keeps using red as like a fear thing, and at the end he uses the flame and it's all red, but now it's like represents hope. It's a different thing.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Nice.
Very
Wow.
beautiful. I think that shot at the end where he gets that like flare and he's
Yeah.
just walk guiding the people through the mud, painting like you can frame that shit.
Yeah.
It is beautiful, that shot.
Mm.
Very beautiful. And even before that, what happens, how he like shocks himself to keep the people safe. And he gets up in the water even after the shock to get them to safety. It shows that he is fueled by vengeance, but there's also like a genuine like need to help within him. It's genuinely heroic what he does in the end, and it's not driven by vengeance or hope at all. And how when the people look up to him in the end, you see that like they reciprocate.
100% functional.
It's wonderful.
Though no guarantees if you're
Yeah.
intending to pull that.
I think like a flaw in the end, since we're talking about spoilers,
Read my mind.
candidate gets shot by a fucking sniper rifle
Yeah,
is
it's-
alive. Like
yeah, that's
what?
so stupid.
Like she
Black
gets
Woman
shot.
has like some
everywhere.
fucking
Yeah.
big plot
Plot armor,
Oh my
bruh.
God.
Like
Yeah.
she's alive. Like that's so dumb.
Yeah.
If she died, it would have been more powerful and more darker. And even if they
It would have
want,
made sense too, I think. Logical sense. Like and
yeah, they need like a new leader.
yeah.
I think it makes logical sense for her to be alive as well because now it's kind of like, yeah, it's like a shot at rebuilding the city because by the end, like you mentioned, how it escalates, like everything crumbles, right? Not only have the power structures crumbled because the inherent corruption was exposed, the city itself has physically crumbled, and now it's up to them to rebuild this whole thing anew. Metaphorically and realistically, it makes a lot of sense. Narratively,
But
it
then
also
why
makes
add that scene in where she shot for just like the moment of
Yeah,
tension,
exactly.
this kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no getting around the fact that she got shot. It's genuinely just like dumb. It's a flaw. Very stupid.
Other flaws, I think I this is my personal thing. I don't enjoy Catwoman's character that much, and not her character as such, but her romance was, I would say, like, yeah, okay, whatever.
Yeah, I'm against her on this. I think like fine. I don't really explain myself, but like explaining myself again, I feel like there's a line even Catwoman says like I have a thing for strays. It seems like they were just primed to like each other because they're such loners. They have no like love in their life at all, and they're both so traumatized. It seems like it makes so much sense that they'd seek refuge in each other to do this. So
For
they're
me, it
all
just feels like a way too quick of it.
way to
From
go
like,
with it.
we just met to like, I.
Yeah, they're very amicable the first time they fight suspiciously. Like, she's robbing something, he just overpowers her, he doesn't even knock her out, which is very weird. Because she is a criminal, right? So that's odd. But whatever, leaving all that aside, I think my other criticism is the finale itself. Even though, like, narratively and stuff, it's cool. I think I'm going to take back my criticism that it stands out because it's bombastic while everything else is subdued. I think my criticism is not as impactful as the other action scenes, honestly.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, that's what that was what I was saying. Like, I think it's not a bad choice to make it so big and bombastic.
Yeah.
It was the actions. The scene itself was not that great.
The action scene itself was kind of like whimpery and not as like punchy and as impactful as the others. And how in the end you're supposed to do that stunt jump. Oh, you made, bro, this is the part I left the game at.
I didn't even do anything. You didn't play anything too?
Yeah, this is all I did.
Okay.
I
yeah.
did a stunt jump, I got pissed off at it and I left it.
Okay, yeah, go on.
Yeah, go on. That's it. And I think that's about it for my criticism. We mentioned like the cringy dialogue earlier on and stuff. There's nothing else. There's nothing else I dislike about this movie, honestly. I enjoyed a fair amount of it. I'm more excited for what they do in the sequel than this. I think a criticism, I think, like, thinking about it, a criticism I can give is Batman's character doesn't receive as much in-depth of an exploration and development as he does throughout the movie till, like, the last few chunks.
I like that it's
It's about more things. Yeah, I know. I'm just reaching for criticisms, honestly.
and if you're reaching for criticisms, maybe they are not criticisms after all.
Ah, that's pretty deep, and I agree. I think it's a good fucking movie. I think it's really really cool that DC is finally started, and I'm praying to God this is not some Earth 2 Prime some bullshit that they
Well,
said.
now, like in that Flashpoint movie, they get him on all that. Please, I don't want to see Ezra Miller Fresh, Aquaman Boy, and this together. I want them to be in its own thing and never
I
together.
want them so far apart. Like, you have
Yeah.
no idea. I want Pattinson to get a restraining order against these actors, so he doesn't need to work on that set. Just leave Matt Reeves and this project alone. Scrap that shit and work it into this.
Yeah. Not even
Don't
working into
work
this.
it into that.
Just like leave that be. Do whatever you want to do. Do your Shazam.
No, they're going to work this into the universe. I'm saying give this priority, please. Like, I am begging you, give this priority, not the other thing. Like, god damn it. They have like a golden goose egg here. Yeah. Yeah, I did the filmy Indian thing if you didn't see it. For
Please.
DC. Please.
And yeah, that's about what I feel. Yes.
Yeah, I have nothing more to say. If you haven't seen it and you heard all this, too fucking bad. You are spoiled, numbnuts. Lame.
Yeah.
Dumbass.
Okay, the spoilers are done. I am changing. I am removed the game.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, we can end it.
Yeah.
I am hungry and lightheaded, and I've been keeping up this energy. Very tired.
You want to
My
kill
food is
someone?
not here. Yeah. Goddamn sticky bastards.
Yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching the stream. I hope you had a fun
Discussion.
fun discussion. You heard our rambly discussion.
We're getting better at it, better
we'll
than
get
last
bet-
time. for sure.
Yeah. It's just like hard to do game.
Two things at once.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of. And
We'll
anyways,
get it. We'll get the hang
yeah.
of it.
Anyways, you can watch our review on our YouTube channel if you haven't already.
Yeah.
We will.
We have a
Exactly.
funny video on Nijo Johnson that you should check
Also
out if
is
you
out.
haven't.
Yeah.
It's out. It's very funny.
Hilarious. It's like
It's
damn. Wow.
fucking yeah. It's comedy gold.
Jokes
Go
can
watch.
be that great.
Yeah, yeah.
And we will
Yeah.
make there are other commentary videos that are being worked on. There are
Oof.
what else?
Yes. Nothing. Go.
There are yeah, there's like another listicle we're making, blah blah blah. Yeah, there'll be more videos up on our channel. Thank you for
Thank you.
watching this.
Thank you for sticking by us. Yes.
I will probably or down the
Yeah.
I don't know.
Resident Evil.
It's a surprise. Life is full of surprises.
Uh-huh.
DC made good movie. Wow.
Yeah, whoa. Not DC. Matt fucking Reeves. Don't give this credit to those idiots. Those idiots had nothing to do with this.
Any final
Matt
thoughts?
Reeves. Any final thoughts?